the tall grays are mining for helium-3 on our Earth.
No, she wouldn't
the tall
ban
grays
you.
are still
Linda
biologically
doesn't read her
original to
comments.
their
She doesn't know
species,
how.
and they are trying
She's
to
fucking 80
extend
years old,
their
dude.
ability to exist. But it is the smaller grays that are completely engineered biological drones of sorts that work for these grays and others. They are pre-programmed to carry out
Moon
specific
mining.
duties on mission assignments. These smaller drones have no empathy. They just do what is programmed into their consciousness layer. And there are biological drones of both short and tall grays. The short ones are all cloned. Most of the tall grays are cloned too, with only about 34% of the tall grays being an original biological life form, close quote.
I wonder if she does respond to comments. No, she doesn't respond to comments. She doesn't know how to read them. Wow, Linda, you're blowing my mind with your research. This is so cool. I've never heard of these Trontozoids. I've heard of ant people, and of course the mantis. Oh, please, not the ant people.
That means only 1/3 of the tall gray civilization still exists as an original biological life. All the rest of them are clones and artificial intelligence. Continuing with my source, quote, so that is why the tall grays are desperately trying to match DNA and make hybrids on planet Earth in order to continue the tall gray biological
so we got mole people, ant people, lobster people, fish people, mermaids, reptilians. Yes, you're correct, Adam. The ant people were the first people.
Civilization, which could die out.
They are the precursor to the humanity Sasquatch hybrid
my source
race,
says, quote,
yes.
as time goes on, especially this decade of 2020 to 2030, you will see a lot of change in the information coming out about life outside of Earth, especially intelligent life. That much I can guarantee for you. My hope is that others like myself will stick their skin on the line and come forward to share the real truth about all of this. It has been way too long for all of the secrecy, close quote. More than a year ago, I told my source, quote, since I talked to an Area 51 S4 physicist in 2014 about upcoming apocalyptic events expected between 2020 to 2030.
Yeah, 60% is pretty good.
The tall blonde made the statement that it would take
you don't need to understand any of it.
To bring once
you get to the point where you have like retained no furries. Once you get to the point where you've retained like roughly 30% of all of my knowledge, that's when shit will start connecting for you and you'll start seeing the world the way I do. And that'll be a very cursed moment.
Apologies to the mainstream public. I can assure you that he was not joking. I'll say this. Our human group consciousness can affect our environment directly. That being said, if enough of the masses get pushed mentally into thinking a certain catastrophe is imminent, that thought can get programmed and transformed into our reality through the quantum field background of this universe. That is a scientific fact, and it is being used currently.
I'm sorry, what did you just say is a scientific fact?
Into thinking a certain human group consciousness can affect our environment directly. That being said, if enough of the masses get pushed mentally into thinking a certain catastrophe is imminent, that thought can get programmed and transformed into our reality through the quantum field background of this universe. That is a scientific fact.
Okay, she's talking about the Global Human Consciousness Project. So yeah, I guess.
And it is being used currently to transfer information data packets very long distances through space. And then I ask him, are we humans now on Earth in so many planetary crises? Are we receiving unseen help from the tall Nordics that live in Procyon 1 and 2 and Sirius B and perhaps the Pleiades?
And yeah, the Pleiadians, they're like out there and they're like, you know, like a meteor will be hurtling towards the Earth and the Pleiadians will be like, don't worry humans, we're beginning the process of shielding you with our love and light. And you're just like, okay, but are you gonna stop the meteor? No, no, no. Don't worry. We're shielding you with our love and light. Thoughts and prayers. Like, the Pleiadians don't do jack shit. The Pleiadians have never once done anything of any merit whatsoever. They sit there and they fucking... Ashtar doesn't give a shit. Ashtar only cares about the Earth because of all those fucking lonely housewives. Ashtar is just here to bang, like, lonely housewives. That's why they demoted him to third in command on the Ashtar command.
Answered, quote, the simple
Ashtar is just protecting Earth with, like, the bare minimum, like, 0.01% of his forces. Like, if you fuck up in the Ashtar military, like, he puts you on, like, Ashtar... He puts you on, like, Ashtar's horny MILF duty, where you just guard the planets that he's, like, banging the hot wives. They don't need to be single. Ashtar is out here cucking people. Like, it's just dumb. Like, that's the shit. That's like the, oh, you know, you're in trouble with Ashtar, so you have to go fucking guard Earth. And it's just like, there's like 2 ships guarding Earth and they don't do anything. That's the protection that Ashtar affords our planet.
The direct threat to us is twofold. One is that the
Ashtar's a twink. I'm not into
him. Going on to covertly take
even if
over
I
our
did Photoshop him to be relatively buff, he's still a twink.
Created by the Trontoloid insect species from Epsilon Eridani, that is 10.47 light years from Earth. The second is the manipulation of our climate to raise the temperature gradually to a level to facilitate an environment that is
technically has unlimited psychic power.
The race of Trontoloid insect types have been doing this to other planetary species for a very long time. Their programs of deception and abductee programs,
but he does have like space
weapons. The mid-1950s. This is their Trontoloid way of overtaking another planet rich in resources without incurring warfare. They give the closed-door, invitation-only briefings to select companies or committees about the ET situation. And you would be surprised how much of the research is handled by private companies or industry. And it is sad, in my opinion, that these programs are so quickly classified.
You know what's sad to me, Linda? That anyone can just email you this shit and say, here, I worked in the military, and you believe them. That's what's sad to me. Alright, let's see what Linda has for her fucking, where is it? Is it this one? Brains to galaxies. The keys, frequencies. So this is the first video. This is the first video that Gail, I'm sorry. I just called her Gail. This is the first video that Linda, no, I don't know that Chris Redfield gif of the boulder punch. Send it. This is the first video that Linda has uploaded in years that isn't just a stream. Okay, I'm gonna get a little bit more booze. Should I mix my margarita with my wine? That's the question.
Digitally. Hi to all of you linked with us digitally.
Oh my god, it's not even a video, it's just a stream that she did to Contact in the Desert, and then she uploaded. Linda. Come on. Come on, Linda. Make an edited video every now and then. Hire an editor. Come on. You could make good content.
Paul Andrews and Victoria Javoyan and all who have persisted to produce this.
I'm gonna go get more booze.
All digital.
And I will return in a moment.
Today,
and we'll listen to Linda.
Is about brains to galaxies. The key is frequency.
Here we go. We got the gift. Yeah, just punch the rock, Chris. That's how you do it. He's so strong.
Documentary films.
I'm not dead. I'm right here.
Flatbeds like this one.
I just went to go get more wine.
I also produced live without any surgical cuts.
Wait, really?
Into the chest.
So the stream went down while I was gone. Were they talking about cattle mutilations? Was that what they were discussing when the stream went down briefly? Well, okay, so it doesn't look like an angel. I have a theory about that, actually. So there's this theory called, what are they called? Aerofauna? The Windrods? What are you talking about, Jaggle? What the fuck is a windrod? No, that's not it. Anyway, okay, so there's this idea. Alright, I'm gonna have to explain this. We're gonna switch to close-up. So, there's this idea that in the atmosphere is a similar ecosystem to the ecosystem of the ocean, right? Where you've got, you know, tiny microbial life. Oh, that was a big one. Jaggle, are you okay? Are you having like a psychotic episode? And yeah, that is basically what I was going to describe. Oh, interesting. No, the idea is that there are multicellular life forms living in the upper atmosphere that are large enough for us to see them. Let's see. Googling Windrods. Conspiracers. I think he means conspiracists. Conspiracy. Ah, these. Rods are said to be flying creatures from a few centimeters to a meter in length that are invisible to humans, but visible to cameras, both film and digital, still and video. Their bodies are shaped like long, thin rods, and their only appendages are wavy wings, one on each side, stretching the full length of their bodies. Yeah. Yeah, I believe it. Hashtag real.
We don't know where they came from. We don't know what they're
doing. Hashtag real.
We don't know if they're good for us or if they're harmful to us. And it's just like with any virus, man. If I knew that there was a viral infection out there that was up to 8 feet long, I'd want to find out what it's doing here. The rods are translucent. They have translucent bodies, and they have what appears to be a membrane along both sides of the torso in bilateral
I need to send
symmetry.
this to someone.
This is where the rod comes out of the ocean. Comes out right here. Torso in bilateral symmetry. This is where the rod comes out of the ocean. Comes out right here. Boom. There it goes straight up. You can see it break water right there. On a clear day like this, you can actually hide the sun from your eyes and look out there, and you will see rods flying by. Right now, there's a little bit of debris in the air.
That's actually who I was going to send this to. That's so funny.
I've been seeing a couple of rods flying by already. We're getting footage from all over the place. I mean, there's thousands of these things all over the world, and they're appearing more frequency. I don't know why they're making themselves known, but I think it's because we can see them now, as opposed to 10 years ago. If you would have told me there was something 10 years ago that was flying around, looked like a snake, I thought you're nuts, you know?
Gotta send this to Berg.
Right there. We've eliminated insects. We've eliminated land
How did you see it? You don't have a camera?
We've eliminated the planet Venus. We've eliminated everything else. We think it's an old prehistoric creature that's just managed to survive among us. We just never noticed it before. I know the government's involved. My phones have been tapped, you know, ever since 1994. I can hear people coughing, belching, farting, you know.
Boom.
What? The CIA has this man's phones bugged, and they just fart on his line. That's normal.
I know it's real, and I want to find out what it is. Just because I know it's out there.
That one looked like maybe about a 2.
No. See, Jaggle, here's the thing. Here's the thing. They don't die. They turn into jelly. They turn into space jelly.
Usually
It's
it's in
cum.
the parts of the jungle where the sightings are.
Look at it. Tell me it's not cum.
So what do you think it is?
Substance is unusual. There's been 1 or 2 accounts where they can't actually explain what's happened.
On August 7th, 1994, a mysterious jelly fell like rain from the sky in Oakville, Washington. A meteor shower.
Alright, tell me that this dude wasn't like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck with those guys. I'm gonna come in the jar.
Researchers have theorized that StarJelly is an extraterrestrial cellular organic matter that falls to Earth during a meteor shower, or is
It's
left
space
behind by
cum.
an alien spacecraft.
It's space cum.